deal is very unique in its own way.
Yeah.
And you can't say, hey, I did this deal and then the other deal should be like this.
Yeah.
And for all people, everyone is different, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is different in their own ways.
Everybody.
And that's a great thing because they're different. Just for deals, every deal has its own obstacles. You cannot apply that every deal will be like a smooth transaction. But you have to learn how to figure things out. I guess just stay in your lane, put your head down, and just keep doing it. You gotta be disciplined. If not, then you're just not gonna last very long.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Real Talk NYC. Welcome back. Today we're gonna do something different. Something maybe you guys feel like is maybe more informational-ish, because today we're gonna talk about the failure in, I guess, in life, in career, in whichever it is that you fail. Because I think this topic, a lot of people really don't like showcase or shine about these kind of topic a lot, and they talk about more like glam and glitz most of the time, right? So today I'm gonna pick Kenwood brain, and he can pick my brain on this part, and we're gonna talk about failure. That's the biggest key. I think every success has to come with failure. I feel like every successful person has to fail in their life once or twice or a million times. Right?
That's true.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much going to talk about what's stopping people from becoming successful and what's stopping them from moving forward.
That's right.
And then how you could maybe tackle on and then challenge yourself. And then hopefully through this podcast, you're going to find something useful that will help you move forward.
Yeah. And want to give a big shout out to as well to this beautiful building here at Bayview Courtyard condo we are selling right now. This is the most tallest condo development in South Brooklyn right now. And the unit we're sitting in right now that doing the podcast here today is the penthouse, 22 floor here at Bayview Courtyard. What do you think about this unit? This is a 4-bedroom and 4.5 bathroom and over 2,500 square foot in this unit. And over the ceiling is a 22 high foot ceiling with top to bottom wrapped around window exposure here. What do you think about this unit, Kenwood?
Well, this is my first time coming up here, and it's a massive unit for 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
This is pretty much a duplex on the first floor. You have a 2-bedroom, which is, they both have a master bathroom and there's a bedroom.
Yeah, all the bedroom has kind of like their own bathroom.
Yeah, and then what you don't see is where we're sitting right now. This is a living room, and to the left is a dining, and the combo, the kitchen is really big.
It's huge.
And you do have like a spectacular view. I see Coney Island down there on the other side. I see Target right here, Caesars Bay.
You have a 360, I would say, or 180, whichever one that you can say. But you have all the view there is. Wraparound balcony as well. So.
Yeah, and the great thing is on 3 of the bedrooms where it has a master bathroom, you do have a balcony as well. So you could walk out, you just chill. I mean, I don't know. This is really nice.
This is the highest floor right now in this area. I would say this is the highest floor here. And this is the only unit that has the 4-bedroom penthouse. So if you guys want to have more information about this, yes, contact us for more information about this beautiful, gorgeous building at Bayview Courtyard.
And the crazy part about this unit, this entire first floor, is a lot larger than a lot of the houses here in Brooklyn. And it's like single-family houses. Yeah.
Yes.
It's massive.
It's massive. And the building built out is kind of like a mixture of, they have a townhouse as well, townhouse and condo. So there's like kind of like 2 buildings into one per se. But there is a few units left. So if you guys are gonna jump on it, let us know quickly before it actually run out. This is a very, very unique opportunity to get this beautiful penthouse, because I don't think this is gonna last very.
Yeah, especially with the views and everything.
Yes. And price wise, would you know, Kenwood? Price wise?
I think they're asking for $3 million right now for this unit, right?
Yes, 3.125 million for this. And if you guys are interested, there is a 15% off for all our viewers out there right now if you contact us. So there's a couple deals that's going on for the summertime right now. So yeah, that is the Bayview Courtyard penthouse, man.
Yeah, it's really nice. But I enjoy doing this podcast because I'm looking at a 180 view everywhere. Yeah, I'm looking to my left, to my right, and I see,
oh man, nice, gorgeous. I know. Sitting up here is.
Can you imagine waking up to this like every day?
Oh my God, I could imagine. I could imagine waking up here, standing up there, looking down too as well, because you have kind of like your other floors that have a little view up there, and looking down up here is phenomenal, man. You got the oceans, you got everything. The site is just ridiculous. Yeah. But now let's talk about the failure, man. Let me ask you this, Kenwood. So in your life, I would say, what is the biggest failure that you have just off the bat in a relationship, in your career, in your, whatever it is that bring you to what you are today?
Growing up, I think people run into obstacles all the time, and you just don't know how to deal with it. Even for me, growing up, I hit the wall many times. I didn't know what to do.
I know.
I think when I start figuring out what life is, like how to overcome these challenges, is when I jump into real estate. So before I was just working on a job, and then now when I jumped into real estate, I can say, okay, well, this is what's needed to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just like you're on your own, and you had to figure things out. You just have to.
Yeah.
And what I see from a lot of people, whether it's you're a self-employed business or entrepreneur, is pretty much the same thing. I think it's pretty much a daunting task for a lot of these people, is because when they fail, they just couldn't come up with the solution on how to move past it.
Yeah.
Even for me, it took me a while. I would say maybe about a year and a half, 2 years almost, kind of figure things out within the real estate industry. But you just have to keep pushing yourself. You have to talk to the right people. You have to surround yourself with the right people. It's not easy. And one of my favorite motivational quotes from Jim Rohn is pretty much, hey, if there's a class and you don't take it, right? And if there's a discipline, you don't practice it. And there's an opportunity, you don't explore it. Whose fault is it? It's yours. It's nobody's but yours fault, right? It's like, yeah. And that's what's holding a lot of people back, is like, yes, I guess a lot of people do try, but they don't try long enough. And then when they hit like roadblocks or the wall, the obstacles, and they just couldn't figure things out and they just give up. I think it's like the mindset, the fear of continuing to do things that you have to work on your craft and being disciplined and working on it. I think that's what's stopping a lot of people from actually succeeding.
Yeah. So any recent or long time in your career, like the deal that you fail?
Every deal is very unique in its own way.
Yeah.
And you can't say, hey, I did this deal and then the other deal should be like this.
Yeah.
And like for all people, everyone is different, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you have kids or nephew, nieces, they're all kids, right? But everyone is different in their own ways.
Everybody.
And that's a great thing, because they're different. And like, just for deals, every deal has its own obstacles. You cannot apply that every deal will be like a smooth transaction. But you have to learn how to figure things out. You have to look for solutions and conquer it, whatever it is. It just, I guess, just stay in your lane, put your head down, and just keep doing it. You gotta be disciplined. If not, then you're just not gonna last very long.
That's true.
Yeah.
So have you, I would say, have you failed in the task of real estate or the career in the beginning, like the process of, for instance, like maybe picking up the phone or something like that, or door knocking or certain things?
Oh yeah. all the time. And all the time.
Can you give us a little insight of that? How you conquer that, I guess, that fear of failure on that part?
Right. So I started the real estate industry in 2018. And one of the things when you come into real estate is you have to do things that you just weren't comfortable with.
Yeah.
Door knocking, cold calling, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, it depends on different people, where how fast can you realize, okay, I have to get these things done in order to be successful. For me, it took me over a year and a half, 2 years. It's because I wasn't doing it on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
I did this thing, maybe one day I'll come in, I'll make a few calls, another day I'll come in and make a few calls.
Yeah.
And then you probably won't hear from me for a week. And then after a week, you feel guilty and you're like, let me try to pick it back up.
Yeah.
Whereas people who know that if they do it every day on a consistent basis, they get better at it. That's the compounding effect. They get better at it and eventually just overcome the fear of like, oh, well, this is more like I'm used to it in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas when you first started, you're like, you're not really that comfortable, and the biggest thing that's holding you back is your own fear. That's what's holding you back.
That is true.
Yeah. And I see it for myself, and I see it for a lot of people.
Oh, a lot.
And that's why I think Brian and I, we're doing this podcast right now, is in order to help you guys overcome the fear. It's just by doing the work. You just got to put your head down and do the work.
Yeah. Well, that is now I would say you're an expert in cold calling now, right? You're not fear of that anymore. Yeah. Because you have failed so many times of objection, and how many times did you fail and get hung up by strangers or sellers on this part? Do you remember the number? But for me, I think in my career, I got hung up like thousands of times or millions of times. That's how I feel like to get to the part where I am now, yes, comfortable on talking to strangers as well. It takes time to build that, like you said, compound over a period of time, because you're not going to pick it up immediately unless you're like a genius, I would say. Yeah. You're somebody that somewhat has been in the field of making the phone call and getting objected and getting hung up on by, because everybody, that is not a very good feeling. You know that off the bat, right? Nobody want to get objected, or nobody want to get hung up or certain things like deny, because that is a very bad feeling. And it took me some time as well, the same thing with you, for me to get comfortable on that and to be more comfortable. By being more comfortable is by kind of like shaving a knife, right? Sharpening that knife over time. Like I keep doing it over and over and over. Eventually my knives start getting a little bit sharper, and I'm getting a little bit sharper because I'm picking up certain things that maybe I said before that got me hung up, and then I start getting better and better and better, right? And now you're getting more comfortable, put it that way. So that's why in real estate, a lot of people fail, I think, on that part, is because they haven't sharpened enough time and they already gave up, right? Yeah. You sharpen your knife, you're just right there, but you need to push a little bit more, and all of a sudden you gave up. You just, you don't want to do it no more. I have that time too as well in the beginning, because to be able to conquer that fear of objection and stuff like that, you need to practice a lot, right? You need to do it more often. In the beginning, it hurts like a mofo. Like right now, you tell me go back to the gym.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt your ass like no tomorrow, right? It's gonna hurt in the beginning, but then over time, right, that muscle that you built, it start getting more. And it's the funny thing is that your brain or your body don't even notice it. Like it's changing, right? You're picking certain things up and you don't even know. Do you have that feeling as well? Because me, I feel like, because you do it repetitionally over and over, and you're getting denied and hung up over and over again, somehow your brain start functioning more and more and understand how to conquer that objection.
Yeah.
Right? Automatically, I feel like.
That's how miraculous the human brain is.
Yeah.
It just works in own ways, where it's like, okay, let's start to figure things out.
Yeah.
Let's start to
figuring things out magically. And then all of a sudden, I even feel like today, like all of a sudden, like how did I know how to say something like that? Or how did I know how to conquer that, right?
Yeah.
Like some people are so afraid of asking the commission question, right? All the time, agents come back to me and tell me like, oh my God, the seller is asking me how much you charge a commission. Nowadays is kind of like it's easy for me to respond to that. So by working or by studying, by reading and by, practicing, there is a script out there for you to practice and internalize all the time, all these objections. You need to practice. I used to look in the mirrors and for myself every single day and practice and practice and practice and practice. Right? When the commission part comes up, I would say, hey, it's negotiable. All the people, I'm going to do 2%, 1%, no, whatever, 3% just to get onto what it is. Honestly, no. Commission is always negotiable. You have to understand. Nothing is set in stone. Making a deals, the beauty of the craftsmanship of real estate is all how you make the deal, right?
Right.
How you make the deals and how you work out the deals to get to the end goal. Doesn't matter how much you charge, honestly. To be truthful, is how much your clients really want to pocket.
Yeah.
Right? And if you work out the number and it makes sense for everybody, then the deal's going to work. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter how much you charge commission. You charge 1%, 2%, and you can't even hit that number that they want, it's going to be a done deal anyway. They're never gonna want to sell the damn property or anything.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
So it's always coming down to making the deals, how you negotiate and how you be out there to explain that to your client. And if you can't do that, by overtime, you learn and pick it up how to answer those kind of questions.
Yeah, I think the solution to a lot of people when they figure out how to get over this failure is just about taking action.
Taking action.
True. You kind of overcome everything that you ran into a wall before, or you consider obstacle.
Yeah.
Once you take enough massive action, it will kind of like override, I guess, in a way, the fear, where because it's like you're so used to it already. Like you get hung up once, twice, 5, 10, 20 times, 30.
So many times.
And it becomes like, okay, you don't really care anymore. It's a point where the guy was like, okay, give me 1% fine, I'll pay you 4%. I said, sure, yeah, why not? But then, because also he was also very quick to hang up the phone. So, we didn't really have the conversation going, but why not just call him back the next day? Right? And just have another conversation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you this, for people that picking up the phone, one thing that you had to keep in mind to make it a lot easier for everybody that's trying to make the phone call is try to be their friend first, right?
Yeah.
Try to be the other person's friend. Think about it. You just want to go out and make friends. That's it. That's all you have to do. Don't think about any other stuff. Business will come after, but friendship is always the first and foremost. That's how I feel like. Every time I pick up the phone calls, talking to a stranger or something like that, I want to get to know that person off the bat. And always, another secret is that you have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You want, it's 2% is good for you. Yeah, sure. And then you word, if I get you this X amount, would you give me a little bit more? You see what I'm saying? Right? So that's so much easy to accomplish after that. Reputation and doing it more. I think a lot of people, after a certain period of time, when they do it, they fail. So I guess fail a lot in those phone calls. They just gave up. But truthfully, in our field, making the phone calls is very essential.
It is.
Right? Talking to people is essential.
Yeah, you have to talk to people.
You have to talk to people every single day.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're not getting any business, honestly. Yeah. There's no business to make if you're not talking to anybody on the other end.
It's true.
Yeah. So any other kind of like big failure in life? Relationship?
No.
Family-wise?
Family, relationship, I don't think I have, but it's pretty much...
Career
is, in the beginning, yes, a lot of failures.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, is once you get over it, it becomes a lot easier. That's all I can say. It becomes a lot easier. But the key to that is staying disciplined
Yeah.
and just doing the work. You have to do the work, whether you get the results or not. But over time, when things start to compound and manifest, that's where you start to see, okay, wow, I am making some progress. And then when you reflect back onto when you first started, you're like, okay, wow, I actually came a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Any business failure you have in your lifetime?
Oh yeah, a lot. There's actually a lot of failures. I mean, right now at my career point in time, I still get failures. I still couldn't get the deals.
Like any investment failure, startup or things like that?
I have. Well, my wife did. She was working on this a learning center.
Okay.
And it just didn't work out. It's you have to be very careful with who you work with. Not everyone will see eye to eye or have the same business mindset as you.
Yeah.
And then when things start to deteriorate, talks, negotiations, this person want to do certain thing, this person want to do certain thing, and you're not in agreement. That's when things go south.
Yeah. It goes south very quickly. I know.
Yeah.
Picking the right partnership and picking the right things. I mean, business wise, it's tough. Starting a business is not an easy task. Same thing with real estate. Real estate, when you come into this career, you have to think at it as a business as well, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think that real estate is a business. They think maybe it's a career. But even so, the career, for instance, if you're working for a corporate, is different from what it is in real estate. Real estate is your independent contractor. You have to understand nobody's kicking you in the butt to tell you what to do.
Yeah. You got to get your butt up and to do the work.
Yeah, you got to get your butt off. You're the boss now. You're your own boss. You have to think about that.
Yeah.
And then you have to set your schedule, your own schedule, whatever you want to do, because nobody's telling you what to do, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's telling you what to do on this end. So when you go into real estate, I would say prepare mentally, financially, because think about it. How many people that you, Kenwood, seen has failed in real estate? Right? A lot, right? The percentage is 90%, bro.
Yeah.
90% of real estate agents fail in their first year in real estate.
That's why they say only like 5, 6, 7% only become successful.
That's right.
And
only
they make
like maybe 5 to 10% is the top producer in real estate. And those guys has paid their dues.
Yeah.
I have to say.
The reason those guys are so successful is because they stuck with it.
They stuck with it.
They stuck with it.
They fail a lot.
They failed a lot. Yeah, it's not like one day they became they were really bad at it, and the next day they magically overnight they just become very successful.
No.
These people put their crafts and grind throughout the years, and that's where they got to where they are right now. And that's what's stopping a lot of people becoming successful, because it's like, yeah, you do try. I'm not saying you don't, but have you given it enough long duration time to see it manifest over time? And have you been doing it for the last 3 months, 4 months, day in and day out, and staying consistent? And that's where I had problem too in my career. I couldn't do it. Like, I'll come in one day, I'll come in maybe another day, and I just wasn't doing the work I had to do.
But you stuck to it.
Finally I stuck to it. Yes.
See, you stuck to it, and then now you're so much better off, right?
You
get a lot easier.
It gets a lot easier.
It start compounding a little bit more and more every single day. Every day, like I said to a lot of our other agents, is that you only need to pick up 1% or do 1% different from whatever you did yesterday. I'm not saying you have to do the whole 100%. You have to get it 100% or 10%. You just need that 1%, and then over time, that 1%. Think about it. Over time, you have 365 days in a year. If you do 1% every single day, look, you have 365% add up by the end of the year. By next year, for sure, you're going to be a totally different person. And you don't even going to realize that, by time, you all of a sudden you feel like, oh shit, I know how to say certain things. That's how I feel sometimes when I fail so many times. When I go to a listing appointment, I fail on a listing appointment. In my first career, I'm like so stupid. I don't even know what to say to the owner exactly, how to compete myself or put myself worthy. I didn't even know how to do a listing presentation. I remember this in my first career. I jumped around a few too as well. But I have to say the first 3 years, it took me like 3 years to realize, and then find the right mentor too, to realize that, what I did for the past 3 years was not right. And I wasn't taking it very seriously too. I was doing it kind of like a part-time in a way. That's what I think a lot of agents nowadays is going to do too as well, like part-time. You can't jump in real estate full-time unless, like I said, you have that financial stability, you have the support of your family and everybody else surrounding you. And you got to have that, business mindset set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes down to how committed you are anyways to actually commit the sacrifices. Like, I understand Brian's talking about the financial part, but how committed are you when you don't have the financials to put your head down and do the work to
open mind
and just do it? But a lot of people, they don't. It's a lot of excuses, It's like they tell me, I need financials, but yet they don't come in and do the work, and they're like, wondering where did it all go wrong.
The funny thing is, a lot of them feel like, they don't want to put in the work. They just think that everything is going to magically appears, like a seller is going to be right in front of your desk, and a listing for you is right there. If you're not going out there and hunt, real estate is like a hunting game, You go out, you need to go out there to hunt people. Well, I forget about the hunting. I think it's like a dating game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's like a dating game.
That's the best analogy.
Yeah.
If you don't go out and meet people, then the people will just...
How are you going to get a girlfriend?
That's like, oh, hey, Brian, I want to get with you. But like, the next day, another girl comes, Brian, I want to get with you.
Yeah.
But if you don't go out and meet people, it's like same thing.
It's like a dating game. You're literally, the real estate, it is like a dating game. It's like a mismatching dating game. It's matchmaker for real. You got to matchmake the buyer and seller, right? They had to match together to get the deal done. And then for you is that, a dating game is like, you got to go out there. I don't know how you were back in the days, like AOL, if whoever watching this, you're old enough, you understand, back in the days when AOL, we don't have like fast speed internet and everything. We had dial up. Okay. We got AOL where you log in and AOL start doing, and then you go to a chat room, so a chat room, and then you start like putting in your, hey, what is that? The kind of like the slick, parenthesis of, hey, can I get your, I think age, sex, and something. I forgot how that worked, but then that was back in the days when you go into different chat room to get to know whatever. That's how I used to, meet girls back in the days when I was younger to have fun, right? So I think real estate is the same kind of process. You gotta either cold call people, right, every day, try to find that person and set up the appointments, like it's like a date, right? Setting up that date for you, right? And then after that, you have to go there and talk to them and feel them and make a relationship with them before you can actually hang out more often.
Yeah, and I agree with Brian said. I think it's pretty much if you put yourself in a scenario, a situation where something like this, you're speed dating, right?
Yeah.
Speed dating.
Yeah.
There's a table, and there's girls, and you're the guy, and you go from table onto next. But you're talking to every single girl that you're coming upon, right?
Yeah.
But you're putting yourself in a position where you're like, okay, I'm talking to this girl, I'm talking to that girl, I'm talking to that girl. But can you imagine where you don't do the work? And you're just sitting at another table, and those girls don't even know you're part of the speeding because like you're just there by yourself. You're not talking to anyone.
If you're the guy in the corner,
you're not talking to
anybody. And who the hell know you even exist?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you need to, either cold call, door knock, right?
Yeah.
Mailers nowadays, social media, talk to people. That's it. Meet people at a coffee shop. I would say there's endless, to me nowadays, what I'm seeing, what opened my eyes, there's endless opportunity in real estate because every single person nowadays that I meet want to buy a home or sell a home in a way, something related to real estate all the time because that's the American dream, right? Tell me, like, don't you want to buy a home later on down the road? I mean, there's some people, they rent their whole life. There is, right?
Yeah.
But hey, you still can help them rent too, right? That's the beauty of the real estate. But there's a lot of them, whoever it is now, like my friend of Circle and all that other stuff. When you start having families and all these other stuff, they start buying real estate now, right?
Yeah.
Or whoever that you surround yourself with, your parents or your mom and dad, your uncle, whoever it is, the dream to come to America is always owning something over their head in the beginning, right? So I feel like anybody that you meet out there, honestly, like even a coffee shop or anywhere that you network or socialize, that's why it's very big for us too in our industry is network. The more you network, the more people you know, the more business you get. Right?
Yeah, I think it's true that people are at the different stages of life, and you just had to understand that, and you had to see that for yourself. But in order for you to succeed, you're gonna have to make a decision whether to, okay, do I really want to continue living the life I have right now, or do I have to put in the work to get to where I am? It's a choice. It's a choice that you have to make.
Yeah,
and it's a decision you have to come upon.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. That's what it really comes down to.
Well, yeah, that's what it boils down. That's the same thing with me too. When I took real estate a little bit more seriously is when I failed in life tremendously.
Yeah, and that's when you realize you had to take another different direction.
Another different career.
You found a mentor who helped you in real estate.
In real estate, yes. At that time, I remember my failure was my investment and my trust into, this is a very close relative of mine, in a bad investment, put it this way, investment that I did with him, and I lost everything. I'm talking about lost everything. I was dead broke in a way, and I just have my first child at that time. And man, thinking about that, it was crazy. I'm talking about, I racked up my debt up to almost $500,000. That's $500,000 in debt.
And how long was this ago, Brian?
This was I would say few years ago, like six years ago or so, or maybe a little bit more, but time frame somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But well, maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, somewhere a few years down the road. Like I said, when I had my first child at that time, and I got myself in that crazy hole of financial debt, and real estate actually got me out. Real estate did get me out. I took real estate a lot serious because I was looking at other different career paths as well. I have other investment that I do, that I have on the side too, but those are not making quick income as what I expect to pay off my debt. Right? I was thinking like, damn. I was thinking, honestly, at that time, I was thinking about very dark time, man. I'm thinking about men, and I think truthfully jumping off that damn bridge in a way.
And I think the audience should hear this because I think they could relate to your situation.
Oh yeah,
because you were doing real estate before the whole investment went down.
Yeah,
and then when the investment went down, what's changed, Brian, for you?
You see, like I said in the beginning too, in real estate at that time, I was doing real estate too, but the real estate was like kind of like a side gig. Yeah, for me. I only do it in my sphere influence, right? Transaction with people that I know. That's it, because it's easy. People that I know, they just kind of like throw you a bone in a way, right? From time to time, like, hey, Brian, I'm looking to buy a house. Okay, I'll help you out. Right? Hey, I'm thinking about selling, because see, I have the relationship with them already. They pass it on to me, no problem. But truthfully, I didn't really know how to even work on a listing or so. Yes, I was working more towards like buyers in the beginning stage, but listing side and seller side, I was somewhat. I'm iffy in the beginning. But then when like I said, when I have that big financial crisis of mine, I rethought like different path of career. How do I get myself out of that debt? How do I get myself back, and support my family and do certain things? What career can get me out, right? What career? I was thinking about, finding a 9-to-5 job, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever it is. But all the jobs that I work, there's a certain cap. it doesn't matter what I do. You know, there's a certain cap to whatever it is, you know, like driving an Uber or delivery. There's only a certain amount that I can make in a day, a couple $100 here or, you know, $100 there, $100. It wasn't enough, you know?
And I think it's really important why you're talking about this is because I think this can help the audience propel them forward even more. And I think the biggest change you met during that time when you were in a financial crisis is you made a decision.
I made a decision.
I had to commit to real estate.
Yeah.
And that was, I think that's when I joined the brokerage. I was at the same time with you.
Yeah.
And I see him put in the work. He calls every day.
Yeah.
He cold calls every day. And that's how he got his business. And
Yeah.
that's where he got to where he is right now.
Yeah.
Because he made a decision to do the work.
Yeah.
He did the work.
I did the work, man. I put in the time, I put in the effort to learn the craftsmanship. Like I said, I picked the right mentor at that time to help me out too as well, to get me to, you know, learning the real craftsmanship of actually how to do a real estate, you know, build a real estate career, put it that way. To understand, I took it more seriously. You know, I really stay up, man, day and night. The only thing I was thinking about when I make that change is because what I seen from my, you know, mentor and broker back in the days that you were there, you know, I seen how successful he is, and I seen the capability why I chose real estate as a career, because I seen the capability of real estate getting me out of my debt, you know, because there wasn't any cap in how much I want to make. The only thing that the real estate part is that the time and the effort that I need to put in to make the deal work, right? How fast can I make a deal? But there wasn't never a cap on how much you make. So that's why I took real estate career more seriously. I look into it a little bit more than those other career. I'm not saying anything bad of any other career or any of that part, but what I saw in real estate is that in sales, I would say in any sales, there's no cap in how much you can make, right? So that's why I seen that it could get me out of my situation a lot faster than doing like a 9 to 5. It's going to take me like, I don't know, to pay off $500,000 in how many years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could take me 15 years or so, or whatever it is on this part, you know, to pay off my debt or any sort of that nature. But then I saw that, and I saw the capability of what real estate can do, and I was in it somewhat already, so I have a little knowledge of how to, you know, do certain things. But then the mentor and the broker that I was, you know, gave it a little bit more bump into that, you know, to get me to the pad. But everything else was honestly, it was kind of like me pushing myself to do out of my comfort zone. I didn't never, honestly, a lot of people think like I love talking to people and I love being in front of certain, no, I put myself in that situation.
Yeah. It's like saying, if you've never done it, can you wake up every day 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
People don't like to wake up in the morning and take meditation, yoga.
That's right.
They'd rather be in the bed sleeping, right?
That's right.
But it's a choice that you had to put yourself in. Okay. Do I want changes in my life?
Yeah. So at that time, I was breathing and sleeping real estate. Everything I was doing in that, I would say that was, I would take that as like kind of like my first step in really taking real estate, the career that it is. I was eating and sleeping real estate every single freaking day, man. I was doing it 7 days a week at that time. 7 days a week. I was doing open house on the weekend. And then weekday, I was making my phone call, door knock. I was door knocking when it was negative, I don't know, negative 1 or 2 degrees outside in the wintertime. You remember the photo? I don't know. You remember the photo?
No, I think you went with a colleague, but it was raining during that time.
Raining, snowing, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. I was out there door knocking every single freaking, I tried to do every single day. Door knocking or cold calling is either or I was doing, because I didn't have the capability of doing like a lot of people when they in their career successful already. They were doing like mailers and they're doing a lot more different way to attract their, you know, branding, right? Yeah. They have it in their freaking like bus stop and all these other places that they can get,
Pretty much marketing, but it requires money put in.
Yes.
So.
I didn't have that budget, man.
Yeah.
So the cheapest route for me was door knocking and cold calling. But that is honestly the best route to do, to get instant business. I would say instant or even like serious business over time. Because the more you door knock, the more people you meet, right?
Right.
And the more people can engage with you. I would say even making phone calls is great. But I think the best thing was door knock at that time for me. Door knocking got me engaged because the people could see who I am, right? People could see who I am and they say that, can I be relatable to them or how I look? Instead of the phone, they're going to guess who you look like. Or are you somebody going to scam my ass or whatever it is, right? So I always look professional when I do door knocking, right? At least I have like a blazer on or something that showcase that I am a person in business, not somebody, not with a hoodie or not with like a mask on or like things like that going to scare them away. They ain't going to open the damn door for you,
Yeah, they're like, we're standing outside my door, like dressing so casual.
Yeah. You have to dress professionally if you want people to take you a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
So I did that, man. I did that for like almost 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
To build that pipeline out for where I am today or so. As of right now that I have a little bit more budget, I do different kind of style. But yes, in that dark time, I was doing that all the time, man. And I was in the first, I would say, taking that serious real estate. I did over 100 grand in that first, like really taking the real estate career seriously. Over 100 grand in that first year. And then it's a light bulb click in my head. It's like, oh shit. This can be it, right? And then next year I double that, I double that to even more, close to like 300 grand after that. And then after that, the next year after, I double that as well. And then I was like, oh man, yeah, this is it, And then I got myself out of my financial crisis in I would say, close to 3 years or 4 years of that. And then got me out to a better time as of what it is today, because I put in that work, man. I did what I need to do. I learned the craftsmanship. I pushed myself, like I said, to be uncomfortable. You know how uncomfortable I am making that phone call? I hate making phone calls.
Yeah, and I think everybody could relate. It's just not a feeling that you really want.
I hate door knocking. Okay?
You just get like so nervous. Nervous.
But then in the back of my head, I have the I guess the motivation was my debt.
Yeah, your why was pretty strong.
Yes, my why was very clear, I would say.
Yeah.
But in my early stage of real estate, I didn't know my why very clearly. I was just I was fucking around. I was having fun. Yeah. Whatever. I make a deal here, make a deal there. That's just like extra bonus for me.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because I have other stuff that I was doing. So I wasn't taking that serious. But then now, I know my why, and I know what I have to do in a way to get me where it is. That's why it was very strong. So I would suggest, knowing your why and knowing your wants and knowing all that stuff, like you were saying, know what lifestyle you want to be and push yourself to that. That's why nowadays I encourage people to want more, right?
Yeah.
I encourage you to dream bigger, because the capability of you getting there can be done, honestly, especially in real estate or any kind of thing in your career. You can do it if you put your hard effort and soul into what you do.
You just got to do it.
You just got to do it, man. You just got to do it. You put your work into it. And then nowadays people look at me like on social media and platforms. They're like, oh man, some of them like, oh, why you showing off this, showing off that? Oh, like you doing all these other stuff. But truthfully, I don't want to show off. It's not like I put it out there because of the showing off and things like that. No, I just want to do that. Honestly, is for myself.
Yeah.
To look at, right? I enjoy luxury. I know my what I want. It's okay to want. So if I conquer certain things, I do want to, share it a little bit or whatever it is, you need to. It's not like I'm spending my whole life saving for it or something like that. But you have to award yourself in the process too, because man, I work my shit off.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes you need to award yourself from time to time, like for instance, like a watch or buying another nice car or certain things. You need to enjoy that process too. You need to award yourself on certain things so you can get motivation to do more. Because why are you working this hard for? Over a certain period of time, like you have to know why. Why are you working so hard? Because nowadays, I'm working so hard right now too as well, is that I want to get myself into a different financial freedom, put it this way, for my family, for other stuff. But I would say, get to know your why, and your motivation to do that. And if the faster you find that out, the faster you'll be successful in any career, not just real estate, but in any career and in whatever you do in life, But to me, I chose the real estate because of that, because I was in a deep financial crisis. And I think this is the only career that can get me out, because I wasn't a very educated guy.
Yeah.
Not like super genius. I can't get like a CEO position at that time and making the CEO income, So this is the only kind of like, in a way, the only career that can get me out of that hole of mine. That's why I took it more seriously, and it gave me that opportunity. I have to say, God bless, in real estate. They gave me the opportunity. They gave me the capability of getting myself out of my financial debts, and got me to a little bit of a different kind of like lifestyle that I wanted now, and I want more. It's not going to end. I'm still young. I'm going to still do what I need to do. But now the game that I'm doing is a little different than what I did back in the days.
Yeah.
But I would go back in the days anytime, man. I could go door knocking or cold calling. I still do cold calling day in, day out. If I don't do cold calling, I have my other assistant to do my cold calling for me. But I will call people. After they initiate the call for me, I will call them back and set up me. I'll be the one that setting up the appointment, and I'll be meeting those people, because that's what I do, man. That's my career. And I'm right now is like more likely trying to meet more people. I want to meet more friends.
Yeah.
In this stage of mine.
And that's what everyone should be striving to do as well. Yeah.
Because the more friends you make in this career, the more business opportunity you have.
Yeah. You're just basing off referrals.
Yeah. A lot, man. That's why I say the vision or what I seen, in real estate is endless amount of business, man. Endless amount of business in real estate. But if you take it seriously, if you do what you need to do, buckle your head down, and the faster you pick up the like I said, the fear, the faster you the faster you conquer your fear, the faster you will become success. Because if you don't do it fast enough, you're still gonna be the guy in the back of the line.
Yeah.
Right?
So you gotta ask yourself this: you have a choice to make. Do you want some changes, or do you just want to continue living the life that you are right now? This is choice. This decision that you have to make.
Yeah. Everybody have their own choice. What lifestyle you want to have?
Yeah.
What business or what things what career that you want to build, or what legacy you want to do. Now I'm thinking about leaving some kind of thing behind, helping more people. That's what I want to do now too as well. And I kind of get into that kind of career that I am trying to become, like leaving some kind of legacy or passing on, more knowledge for people that are coming up, understand about this career too as well. So I think that is towards, I think, my retirement that I'm going to do more, because I think that it now it gets to the time where it gets a little bit more fun doing that,
Yeah.
Seeing other people become more success, that is, kind of like put a sunshine to me, when I see somebody become more success or certain things, because truthfully in real estate, everybody think is a competition or there's certain things like that there is. No, man, in real estate, there's too much.
There's enough to go around for everyone.
It is so much, man.
Yeah.
The more you waste your time thinking about your competition, the more you put yourself down. I wouldn't recommend that. I just say, man, just keep doing what you need to do, because your circle of influence is different from other people's circle of influence.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, you know, and the thing that you are enjoy doing is different from other people enjoy doing, right?
Sure.
Your hobby is different. Everybody has different kind of stuff. Like Kenwood said, right? Everybody's different.
Everyone's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing. You find your circle of comfort, and you find what there is for you that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And then you go after that. Find a hobby. You know, people like watch, you like watch, go with the people that like watch. Why you got to go with people that, like other certain stuff, Like, if you like beauty, go for beauty, right? If you like fashion, go for fashion. There's just so many group out there, man, There's car people, right? There's people like Elon Musk, like Spaceship. There's so many people out there. So you can relate to any sort, like comic books, movies, artists, there's so many things, man. And everybody, tell you this, that's the secret, right? Everybody is success in that field. You have people that is very rich in every kind of field there is, and you can actually join those kind of people, and you will become and surround yourself with those people, and you become successful as well. So pick a hobby, pick something that you like to do, and do it, and enjoy the process. That is my biggest story of failure today.
And I just hope this podcast helps everybody.
Yeah.
And help you move past
that, conquer that
yourself forward.
That fear. I have so many failures. Honestly, there's just so much in because
and everyone does in life.
In life, yeah. In life,
that's what life is.
That's right. In life, it's just so many failure there is. You're learning every day. So the only thing is how you pick yourself back up again, how you push yourself to that side. I could, at that time when I was in that debt, I could end what it is, my life in a way or whatever it is, the easy way to get out. But the hardest thing is actually getting myself back to that, horse again. Get on that, they say, get off my feet again. Because at that time, man, I was in a very dark stage. If it wasn't my family support and all that other stuff, I would think I would be somewhere out there on the street or underground somewhere, man, truthfully,
Yeah.
But, because my family support and people surrounding me, supporting me and, picking me up and, giving me comforts, certain stuff that like, hey, it doesn't have to end there,
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You just gotta walk.
You gotta go through it.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep going, man. You just gotta keep figuring it out. It took me, at that time, I would say a month, man. A month.
Yeah. I think for Brian in this case he was at a really dark tunnel.
Yeah,
really dark place.
Really
but
dark
just
place,
kept
bro.
moving forward.
I mean, I was thinking, like my kids, my wife, like I said, I just got a newborn, my first kid. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Wow. And then he was just taking steps. He didn't know how long it was to take him to get out.
Yeah.
He kept moving forward.
Kept moving forward.
To where he is today. All right.
Day by day, man.
That's the thing for all people. You put yourself in the tunnel, but if you stay there, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's got to keep putting in the work,
moving,
keep moving forward.
You
never know what the light at the end of the tunnel is going to be, but and that's the beauty.
It would be brighter.
Yeah.
I would say it would be brighter when you get there. It would be brighter.
You gotta keep moving forward. That's the thing. Put in the work. Yeah.
Put in the work and keep moving forward. Yeah, that's it, man.
The sooner you do it, the sooner you can see the light at the end
That's right.
end of the
The
tunnel.
sooner you do it, the faster you get there. And it's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
In any kind of career, right? The sooner you do it, the faster you're gonna be somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, the longer you postpone it, you can, always in the back of my head, back in the days, if you're a couch potato, put it that way, every day you just say, oh, let me do that tomorrow. Let me do that tomorrow. The time's going to go by, man. Time is going to go by. But if you take that first initiation, just stepping out your door, your life would be a little bit different already.
And then you have to do on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I would say just step. I believe this so much too as well. It's just get your feet out your house. Just that's it, man. Like that army guy, the simplest thing is making your bed every single day.
If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
Simplest thing, man. If you can make your bed every single day, you'll be happier. And you will be, doing a little bit things differently.
Yeah.
Just by doing that simple task, making your bed every day. But to me, it's like, making your bed, or like I said, step out your door and see the bright, fresh air and lights. That's it. Simple as that. Just step out your door and just go somewhere. Or that's it. Just go somewhere and talk to people. See, like even today, like the podcast, like us doing this, right? I could, say like, oh, we don't have to do it. We don't have to whatever. I could postpone it or whatever it is. But hey, we are where we are right now, right? We're doing it,
Yeah.
It's not like this podcast, tell you the truth, it's not, we don't script this kind of stuff too as well.
Yeah.
We're doing this off what it is to send to you guys. We're not scripting this. We're doing this legit, like genuinely off from what we are feeling right now.
Yeah.
There's no scripting on all these other stuff. We're just doing it. Like I said, as long as you're doing it, I believe something or some magical or something that it is will trigger in your head, and you will be a lot better person than you are yesterday.
So I think that's pretty much it. And I hope the audience, they like this podcast today, because I think it's pretty much relatable. And I've been there, you've been there. I think everyone goes through that at one stage at their point in life. Mm-hmm. But I think it will help them.
Yeah. I hope so too. I hope this podcast could bring you some kind of value, and to help people know that there's people out there same way as you, man. We fail, man. A lot of people just look at me today, they think like, oh shit, Brian, all of a sudden he's so successful and he's all this, like from, I don't know, from nothing or something, let's say.
This doesn't happen overnight, right, Brian?
No,
How long
man,
did it take you?
took me, look, I've been in this career for over 15 years.
Yeah.
I just renewed my license. I gotta go pick it up soon today too as well. I just renewed my license for the next 2 years, so man, I've been in this field for a long time. And I like I said, man, it's just keep grinding, keep doing what you need to do. I hope like this podcast can help somebody out there. It is to be the same thing, in life. It could be a lot of tribunes, like a lot of wave, a lot of storm. But if you keep fighting, you keep doing what you need to do, it's going to be a very brighter day for sure. Yeah. I said, when like yesterday, we have a thunderstorm. Today is beautiful, right? So, yesterday was a crazy thunderstorm in New York City. And now today, look at this. We're sitting in a penthouse with this gorgeous view. Think about it. Anybody can do it. Anybody out there. For a guy like me, not very good education, and with a crazy debt of mine, can still grind and make it to what it is today. So, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast with me and Kenwood. And if you guys have any questions or have any other concern or any other topic that you guys like to do, but I think I like this. I think I like to invite more people to do more, podcasts, some sort of like this, talking about failure than more successful in a way. I want to hear that story of theirs, failure in their career, failure in whatever it is, and how they turn that around.
Yeah, how they're able to overcome it, and
how they overcome it, and do what they need to do, to become more successful. And and if you, like I said, you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comment. It helped the channel boost a little bit more. I hope this channel will grow up to like maybe 5,000 in the next few months or so. We're at around 2,500 subscribers right now on this channel. But then I do have another channel of mine, but that's in Vietnamese at 20-something thousand subscribers. But in this channel of ours, hopefully we can boost it up more and give more value And until next time, I think please all remind you guys, like, share, subscribe, and thank you, Kenwood, today for sharing your story, man. It's always a pleasure, bro, seeing you.
Thank you for having me over. I love doing this podcast for you, bro.
Yeah, man, we got to do this more often. But, guys, let us know, questions down. We try to answer it, too, as well. Maybe in the next podcast, I'll get Kenwood to talk even more in depth of exactly how to become more successful or more failures in his lifetime, all right? See you guys next time. Peace.